Hey, what's up there, YouTubers? It's me again, Brian, aka Gamer55551, and I am back with a video review. Although this one's a little bit late, though, and all that stuff, but I'm finally able to do this one, and that is my review of Control for the PS4, also available on the Xbox One and PC via Epic Game Store. Although it is planned to come to Steam, but based on the Steam page, at least the last time I checked, it's supposed to come out August 2020. So if you're thinking about getting it for PC, right now your only option is the Epic Game Store at this time. And if you're interested in my review, any gameplay footage, though, I'll have a link in the description and you could check it out. In 2004, though, studios such as Midway and Free Radical, before they went out of business and changed their name to Dam Busters, released a game back in 2004 called Psi-Ops, The Mindgate Conspiracy, if I'm saying the name correctly, and Second Sign. These were interesting games as both of them were kind of a mixture of a third-person shooter with telekinesis powers or different unique powers that your character can do. Although, from what I understand, Second Sight was more of a had a bit of stealth in it as well. They were interesting games. I remember playing both of them. Second Sight on the GameCube and Psi-Ops on the PS2, and again, they were enjoyable games. Sadly, we never got to see a sequel to any of these games and all that stuff, mostly because I heard, I think none of them sold very well and all that stuff. Although supposedly THQ now got the rights back to Second Sight, so who knows? Maybe we'll see that again along with Time Splitter, and with Midway being owned by WB Games, maybe one day we'll see another entry or a remake of Psi-Ops and all that. But in the meantime, we have a game that I feel is kind of similar to that, and that is Control. And this is from the studio Remedy. Most of the people will know them from doing Alan Wake, and also the Xbox exclusive at the time, Quantum. I think it's called Quantum Break, which some people like, some people weren't really big fans of. Not everyone liked the whole episodic approach and all that stuff. I never played the game, so I really don't know how that one feels and all that stuff. And, well, I got a chance to finally pick up Control when it was on sale, and after playing with it for a couple weeks, I honestly have to say that it is a fun game, and I gotta give hats off to Remedy, even if there are some issues, two big ones that I have for Control in general. At least this is based off my time with it on the base PS4. So why don't we get started with the pros and cons, and we'll start off first with the pros. And the first one has to do with the story. And I have to say, I definitely like the story in the game. It, to me, and at least this is how I'm seeing it, it kind of gives off a little bit of a Resident Evil / X-Files / Inception, and maybe a little bit of the movie Arrival vibe to it in a way. It kind of goes into a little bit of the whole conspiracy theories kind of area, the shadowy government, secret government organization and all that stuff. So it has that little bit of that conspiracy theory parts to it, but at the same time, it actually is a good story, and I definitely have enjoyed it so far. The Resident Evil part basically mostly is finding any of the file notes and all that about what's going on, so that's the Resident Evil part. But as far as the story goes, I am enjoying it so far. And last but not least, in terms of the gameplay is fun. It's kind of a mixture between, the gunplay, a third-person shooter, and interestingly enough, you do have infinity ammo. The thing is that you have to wait for your gun to sort of recharge and all that stuff to use again, to a little bit of that Psi-Ops and Second Sight vibe to it, where you do have certain powers. One of them I've unlocked so far is the telekinesis, where you can pick up objects and throw them to enemies and so forth. You also have the abilities to upgrade your character, to upgrade your gun. Right now I have the regular standard handgun to the spread gun, which actually acts more like a shotgun, and it's best used at close range and so forth. But I definitely do enjoy the gameplay. I think it is fun, I think it's enjoyable, and I do think it's solid. So yes, gunplay is good, and the whole Psi-Op and second sight like element, at least that's how I'm looking at it, definitely adds to it in a way. So, like I said, gameplay though, I do think is fun. Okay, we're going to take a quick break. When we get back, we're going to get to part 2, which is the con, so we'll take a quick break, and we will be right back. Okay, and we are back with part 2 of our video review of Control for the PS4. As I mentioned earlier, game is available on the Xbox One and PC via Epic Game Store, but a Steam version supposedly is coming in August 2020, last time I checked. So now that I gave you the pros, why don't we get started with the cons? And there are only really 2 cons that I could think of though. The first one I do want to talk about is the visuals. Now, I'm sure most of you are aware the game has won several awards, including, I believe, is visual direction, visual like art direction or something like that. Again, I'm not 100% sure if that's the award it won or not, so I apologize if I get it wrong or anything like that. And I will say, based on my time with the game, I will say, as far as the visuals go, I think they're okay. I mean, they're not. And again, I'm basing this off of playing this off the base PS4 version and all that stuff. And I will say, they're not really something to write home about. I mean, compare that to, say, something like Death Stranding or Red Dead Redemption 2 or anything like that. And I honestly have to say, those games kind of look better than what Control does. I mean, that doesn't mean Control is a terrible looking game. It's not. I mean, it's not awful looking or anything like that, but I just don't feel the visuals sort of blow me away or anything like that, unlike something like Death Stranding or Red Dead Redemption 2 did. And last but not least, I do want to point out is that there are some glitches here and there based on my time with it. Now, supposedly when the game came out in August, there was a report coming out that the game was like broken or buggy or glitchy or, to some people, unplayable, at least according to some of the stuff they showed off from Digital Foundry. Now, based on my time with it, I haven't really ran into anything that made the game, you know, like the frame rate taking a huge dip that it's unplayable and all that stuff. For the most part, the game holds up just fine. There are, however, certain occasions every now and then I ran into some glitches, though. First glitch I've noticed so far is that sometimes the map doesn't always load. Every time either you continue from a last save or you fast travel to certain points. You can fast travel in this game. You gotta sort of unlock it, and it's available at certain parts of the area that you are in. There are times where the map just doesn't completely load, and you may have to wait a while for it to fully load and all that stuff. And there are occasions where I've seen where the frame rate kind of takes a hit, mostly when things start getting maybe a little too intense and so forth. Again, nothing game-breaking, nothing that makes the game crash or anything based on my time with the game or anything like that, but it is kind of noticeable, to say the least, at least based on my time with it on the base PS4. Overall, I will say Control is a fun third-person shooter game. It does kind of bring back memories of games like Second Sight and Psi-Ops to a certain degree, and it is an enjoyable game. The gunplay is good. The whole, like I mentioned, Second Sight and Psi-Ops like element into it is really nice, and I definitely like the whole Resident Evil, X-Files, Inception, and some degree of Arrival storyline to it, though. I will say, like I said earlier, the visuals are okay, nothing to write home about, nothing terrible, but nothing blow me away. And yes, even after the game has several updates now, though, the game came out in August to be exact, there are still some glitches here and there. As I mentioned, the map doesn't load, and sometimes there are some slowdown now and then. But nevertheless, it is still an enjoyable game, and I still have been playing it, though, and I still like it, though. So if you're looking for maybe a good third-person shooter or something that might be viewed as, although I think it's mid-tier, but if you're looking for a good mid-tier game, third-person shooter, give Control a try. It's definitely fun. It's definitely enjoyable, and I'm looking forward to seeing what Remedy will do next and all that stuff. Even though there are rumors going around that they might remake Alan Wake, and rumors about that possibly coming to the Nintendo Switch. Whether that's true or not, who knows? But overall, I would say Control is worth taking a look at, and I did find it to be an enjoyable third-person shooter. Now, if only WB Game can bring back Psi-Ops and THQ can bring back Second Sight, that would be great indeed. Okay, this concludes my video review of Control for the PS4. And again, these are my opinion. What are yours? What are your thoughts about Control? Did you pick it up when the game came out? Did you pick it up during like maybe a Black Friday or anything like that? Did you think the story was good? Did you enjoy the gameplay? Do you like the telekinesis or the power element mixed with the third-person shooter? Do you think the visuals were okay? Did you experience any glitches or anything like that? Did you like what I said in this video? Did you not like what you said? Do you have a difference of opinion? As always, sound off on the comment section below. Let me know what you think, and I hope you hit that like button. I would appreciate it, and I hope you do subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you do, make sure you hit the bell icon for notifications of any new videos I put up. Also, feel free to share this video if you want to, and feel free to donate to my channel if you like. You could do it through PayPal Me or Patreon. Links will be in the description of this video. And I will see you again next time when I do another video. Hopefully that'll be soon. Until then, from Southern California, wish you all a good day then. Bye!